Well, hello everyone. I wanted to make a few last comments about North American prehistory as we kind of wrap up this online class. And what you've seen, although we haven't quite got through all the chapters, I think now you have a good idea of essentially sort of what to look for based on the learning modules and so on, what to look for in those chapters. And what you see in each place is, of course, that there's a regional chronology, basically a regional timeline of significant events, and that in different areas there are, of course, different adaptations. And this is the perhaps one of the most distinctive characteristics of humanity at large. In other life forms, in other species, generally speaking, as widely distributed as humanity across the earth, in most cases of life, those different life forms speciate or diversify into those different regions, the desert regions or the high mountains or the northwest coast, these sort of differences. Most life forms adapt to those and diversify into those different ecological niches in a biological way, such that you get biological speciation and different types of life, and they're biologically adapted to those areas. Very clearly, what you can see in North America, all of the peoples of North America in prehistory and today, of course, are biologically the same species, Homo sapiens. And yet we occupy this broad environmental range, and that is a reflection of, or an instance of, cultural and technological adaptation. That's how humanity adapts. So the much larger picture of why study North American prehistory and to study the archaeology of these different areas in North America, there are all kinds of reasons to do it. One of them is that this is so illustrative of this diversification by cultural and technological means. So you have seen now the major regions, about 12 major regions of aboriginal adaptations. The desert Southwest and the Arctic, you've turned in your papers on that. And then there's going to be sort of an East Coast, if you continue reading the book, the East Coast adaptations, some of them more maritime, some of them sort of the woodlands, and a little bit further west along the Mississippi, where you get agriculture and even the origins of what seem to be states, proto-states appearing. And I'll have one audio file about that. And so you see these different regions, and in each one, of course, there's its own, there is a unique chronology, and a number of tribes existing today. These are tribes that are descendants of the original people who populated North America. So in a course like this, North American Prehistory, typically what I'll do is wrap up the class by commenting on the larger issues, rather than, what is the projectile point chronology, from one kind to another through the strata and so on. That's not, that's nuts and bolts kind of thing. If you're in North American Prehistory as an archaeologist, you need to know those. Although really, you don't spend much time with them. I don't spend much time with those things. You do need to kind of know those. But much more important and much more interesting is this diversification by cultural means. And I think that's about it for now. I'll have a couple more notes and an audio post for you a little bit later today.